It's come down almost to the fag end with another 2 more days to go. I think the first team to qualify for the next stage from the league stages is Vipers. In this match, if Rovers win this, it will be 3-3 for them as well. Hat-trick of victories. They could be potentially the second team to qualify for the next. But if they don't win this, it will be Crushers who will be coming in with 2 wins in a row. Request 12th man from both the teams, please. 12th man from both the teams for the names. Twelfth man from both the teams, please. We need the names. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು 12ನೇ ಆಟಗಾರನ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ. Vaishnavi on strike. Apologies. Looks like it is Shrey on strike with Vaishnavi at the non-striker's end. Pavni the bowler. Captain of Rovers. So ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್. ರೋವರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಟನ್ ಕಾಯ್ತಾವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ. With the discussion sorted, we're back to the match. Pavni with the ball. Shreya on strike. And Vaishnavi, the non-strikers. Crushes have won the toss and elected to bat first. The third match of the day at Samprasiddhi Sports Stadio. Pavni with the first ball. It's given a wide. Wide towards the offside. Good delivery. It's a dot ball. Another swing and a miss. 2-2. Good bowling from Pavni. Again misses out. 3 deliveries gone. Hasn't got bat on ball yet. Shreya. Again misses out. It's given a wide, so she needs to re-bowl that. Lucky enough. Good delivery that. She's bowling at some speed. Pavni. Able to get it across quickly. Flat and fast. Up in the air. Should be a run out as a run out. Change of strike with that. After the end of the over. It is no run with no wickets. Swing and a miss. This time it is Vaishnavi. Good delivery again. Well, that's like a baseball stance. Still doesn't get any connection. Unlike cricket, she's ready to tonk one out of the park for a home run. Misses out. Well, with a baseball stance, he's trying to sweep the floor. But this time she connects. Should be a run out and misses out. So it's first runs on the board. Open the scoring, Rovers for Crushers. It wasn't Crushers who took that run. It was Rovers who gave them away. That's the reason I said it is Rovers giving them 1 run. Up in the air, should be caught. And a running catch plus a run out, but only 1 counted, mister. So it is still Vaishnavi on strike. Should be a single. Does a jaunty Roach to get it out. The senior cricketer in the team. Except that flying attempt, he does everything else. Ditto. Good attempt from the senior most cricketer in the team. Oh, that's a swing and a miss. A full toss. Missed away. Like I said, baseball stance, but not getting the bat off the floor. It's given a no ball, okay. He has to re-bowl. Swing and a miss. Beautiful bowling from Pavni. After 2 overs, she's just given away 1 run. And in fact, that 1 run too was given away by Rovers because the run out was not affected. Otherwise, brilliant bowling performance from Pavni. 1 run, 2 overs. First one was a maiden. Second one was just 1 run. Great attempt, great attempt. But now it's time for the men to shine. Crushers to begin their batting. On the other hand, Rovers, after 2 overs, have just got 1 run on the cards. That's a beautiful start for them. Sir, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು 12th man ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್, 2 ಟೀಮಿಂದ. 12th man ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ. ಹೆಸರುಗಳು ಹೇಳದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೂ ನಮಗೂ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬನ್ನಿ. Shivakar on strike. Rishabh with the non-striker's end. The captain picking up the ball, Karthik, to begin the proceedings for the men's with the ball. And on the batting department, we've got Shivakar on strike with Rishabh with the non-strikers. We've got a runner for Shivakar. First delivery over the wicket and a cut shot. Dude, that is a beautiful shot to begin with. That was so elegant. And it goes for 4 runs. Well, that was a Shubman Gill style shot, that. A good stroke to begin with. It was short and wide, of course, but still had to put it away. He does that in style, is Shivakar. Tries to go for a big hit, does not get good connection, so it's only a single taken off that. He gets off strike. In comes Rishabh. It begins with a boundary as Karthik. The second one tucked away for a single. Oh, tries to go for a big hit down the leg side, given a wide by the umpire rightly. Well, that was a big heave attempted by Rishabh. Had he got hold of that, could have gone a long way. Good shot, but man in the deep to cut it off. It's only a single. Good running between the wickets by Vishwajit and Rishabh. Vishwajit quick off the blocks. And in comes Shivakar. Back on strike. Good delivery, gets an edge, running away to the fence. Will that be stopped? Yes, it is. Only a single off that. Good bowling that from Karthik. He's kept it tight. After being taken for 4 runs, which was too wide on the offside, he's come back with good lengths. Captain making the changes. Oh, that's a beautiful shot down the ground. Excellent hit that for 4 runs. Down the ground he goes and he gets 4 runs for that. He was waiting to pounce on that. This time around, he catches it cleanly and it goes for 4 runs. Very good batting from Rishabh. He recognized that it was down the leg side almost. And he had the time to get the bat under the ball. It wasn't too full as well. So gets the treatment. That immediately changes the field setup. This time he goes towards offside. That's sensational batting. Well, that's really, really good from Rishabh. He recognizes again that change in field is still allowing him to free his arms towards the offside, and that's really good batting. After the end of the first one for the men's, it is 13 runs of the over, so it is 14 after the end of 3. 14 runs on the cards after 3 overs. An expensive first over with 13 runs from the captain himself. And in comes Pratik. Pratik with the ball, and he'll complete the power play over for Crushes. Starts off with a slower delivery. Well bowled that. Was watchful there, Rishabh. Otherwise, he would have gone towards mid-wicket. But good start. It's given a wide by the umpire, so he needs to re-bowl that. An extra added to the board. Unlike the women's, these extras are counted. Up in the air and between the bowler and the keeper. Good shot attempted. It's just that it was a tad too full, and that's why he couldn't get under the ball as much as he would have liked. A flat batted hit, misses out and miscued the previous delivery. This time doesn't make that mistake. He goes for a single down the ground. Brings in Shivaka. Well, he'll be looking for this over because it still is power play over. Slower one, well tried, but down the leg side. Good change in pace. But erring in line gives them another extra. I'm sure Crushers will be targeting anywhere between 110 to 120. With what the captain said during the toss. Good shot, and that's what he's good at. Shivaka picking up the length very, very quickly, and he's very good off of the offside. Doesn't go for 4 runs. It's only 2 off that, says the fielder. Well, that's a good shot. But not good enough to get it for 4 runs. Chance of a run out of the non-strikers. But he's made it in time. Very good running between the wickets between Bishwajit and Rishabh. Good job. With 1 over, what will Shivaka do? Will he go for the big one? Or will he try to finish with a stroke? It's given a wide, so he has another opportunity to swing his arms. But will he take it or settle for a better stroke to get off strike and play more sensibly? Pratik to answer that, coming over the wicket for the last time this over. Slow one, good shot. This should run away to the fence. No, it doesn't. Good stop, good stop. Doesn't have the legs to go over to the boundary. So it's still 2 runs off that. 24 on the cards. After the end of 4, got about 6 runs per over. And it is 4 overs extras overall. It was a 10-run over, the previous one from Pratik. Expensive one, but considering that it is a power play, it is still doable. The first one cost them 13 from the captain. The second one 10. 23 of the last 2 overs. The first 2 overs from the women cost them only 1 run. So they're making it up for the lost runs. 23 in the last 2 overs. Now with the power play off, it will be the field spread out. And this is the crucial part of the game, the consolidation phase. The phase where they consolidate a few runs. Good shot towards mid-wicket. Cut it off. The fielder cut it off but does not get good collection, so his partner had to step in. Still 2 runs off that. Classy shot down the ground. But it should be stopped for 2 runs. Is it only single? It's easy too. Good running between the wickets. Biswajit. Well, pocket rocket this man. Running too quickly between the wickets like a hare. The pocket rocket supporting Rishabh very well. His strokes are high value strokes, definitely. It's just that they do not have the legs to go to the boundary. Otherwise, more than decent. Went for a switch and strikes it well. Should be 4 runs. Classy batting from this man. Has turned out to be an innovator one this over. Well, he was playing some beautiful shots down the ground. All of a sudden, he starts innovating, and that's what confidence does. The moment the ball hits the middle of the bat, you get that confidence and you get into the groove. And that's what's happening with Rishabh. And you can see the results. Oh, this one even better. Goes all the way, I believe. It is gone all the way. What a hit that from Rishabh. No, it's given 4 by the fielder there. It looks like there's a correction. It is indeed 4 runs. At 4.4, the scorecard reads 36 for no loss. Shot one towards covers. Excellent batting. This man has all range in his kitty. The range of shots are really, really good with this man. And exquisite timing on that one. Even though it was short, he still had to put it away. And he times that to perfection. What a shot. And making it look like an easy bowling attack. I'll tell you, it's not. Really good batting. Up in the air. Will that be caught? Oh, that's a one-handed attempt. And he is walking back. That definitely required a great catch. And that is an amazing one. Stellar catch in the deep. A one-handed attempt and he takes it so cleanly. Rahul, the man who picks it up. What a catch from him. Running one-handed catch from Rahul. And a great take. And that needed a great take because this batsman was playing a blinder of an innings and could have run away with victory for them. Even before the first innings could have gone through. And that's the first blood drawn by Rovers. Put a break on the scoring. After the end of 5, scorecard reads 40 for 1. 40 runs on the board at about 8 runs per over. And one spectacular attempt and an effort was needed to get rid of Rishabh. They say catches win matches. I'm certain that one was definitely a great catch to stop that. But will that win the match is something that we'll have to find out. But definitely at this point in time, they put brakes on the scoring. And this will impact the overall scores. That man was taking the game away every passing delivery. Nothing short of brilliant. Unnikrishnan, the new batter, will be off strike because this is a new over. Rahul, the bowler, starts off with an edge there. Shivaka coming back for 2 runs, I'm sure. That's brilliant fielding from Pavni. Well, she ran a long way to stop that. It's an edge. The first delivery from Rahul. The second, he plays it well down the ground to Shivaka. It looks like this man has some experience down his spine. His cricketing shots do talk a lot about it, especially the drive down the ground. Spoke a lot about a leather ball cricket that he must have played. That's a beautiful shot by the man and stationed in the deep to stop that, and it is stopped for a single. Good field setup, of course, based on the deliveries he's been bowling. That takes an edge and running away for a single. The man at square leg cuts it off. Unnikrishnan on strike. A very, very decent over. This is turning out to be, it could be a wide, but still he's given away only 6 runs. Well, it's still the consolidation phase. Nevertheless, people nowadays go for 8 and 9 runs per over every single over. But this man's bowling a brilliant one thus far. .46 for 1 with 1 more left off the 6th over. Cut away by Unni. They get a single to get off strike after the halfway through the innings. That's 6 overs gone. And we've got 47 on the cards. 47 for 1. Close to about 8 runs per over. And we've got an impact player walking in. Amir Khan, not the actor, walking in into the middle. Well, Amir Khan comes into the middle to bowl. We've got rings break. Let's get this going quickly, please. We're running short of time. We're already short of about 40 minutes behind, or rather behind schedule. 40, 45. Don't make that 50 from here on. We would want to rather decrease the overall time limit. With that, Amir into the middle to bowl immediately. It's given a wide, starts off with an extra. Well, he's been given an ultimatum by the organizers. Needs to bowl 2 overs and he'll be walking back. Short one down the leg side. It's another wide, 2 in 2. Unnecessary extras. Another one, a hat trick of wides. Another wide, 4 and 4. Well, really unnecessary extras. Can take his time. As soon as he's walked in, he's not even warmed up. He's just bowling. And that's the mistake probably. But nevertheless, it still runs. Or try to go for a big heave. He attempted that big shot. Missed away there, Uni. First legal delivery bowled. Second one also bowled well. It's given as a single because it's too full for the liking of the batsman to go down the ground. Manages only an inside edge. A good shot. But straight to the man again. We've gone towards square leg rather. That was his vision. The execution hasn't been that great. But good comeback from Amir. Fourth delivery. Down the ground. Should only be a single. And a fumble still doesn't allow them that extra. So 4 deliveries gone. 2 more left of the over. Up in the air. Towards point. Tried to cut it too hard. Could have been 2 runs, but Uni wasn't interested. He settles for a single indeed. And for the one last time in this over, it will be Sivaka on strike. Scorecard reads 54 for 1. And make that 55 for 1 after the end of the 7th over. 55 for 1 after 7. They've got another 5 more to go. If they score another 50 from here on, it will be 105, which will be a decent target. But anything less than that, around 80, 90, could be well under control for Rovers. Well, they were going really big with Rishabh in the middle. He was taking them apart to different sides of the ground. His range of shots have been excellent. Looks like we've got retired out. Shivakar is walking back. And in comes Jagan, the captain. Crushers captain Jagan in the middle. With Rahul with the ball. This man took an exceptional catch on the deep. That was nothing short of incredible. One-handed attempt to send back Rishabh. And he's given away only 7 runs in the first over he's bowled. Let's find out what he does too. But on the other hand, Jagan, the tall man, can strike it big. He did that in the previous match. He's trying to put him offline. Very first delivery. And it's over the stump, says the umpire. Therefore, it is a dot ball. He's trying to put the bowler off the mark by shuffling across, trying to move around too much. In this instance, it was the bowler who's on top. Again, dancing around the crease is Jagan. Good delivery, says the umpire. Dancing around too much can cost you sometimes. And that's an example. Again, shuffling across to take it big. It's only a single. Good bowling, excellent bowling from Rahul. He's not budging in line and length, even though the batsman is fiddling with his legs. He's tiptoeing across the crease. Excellent stuff that from Rahul. This was fast and straight. Well, it was too fast, too furious for the batsman. And he misses out. Not this time around. He gets a lower full toss. Thumped it down the ground for a single. A lot of power behind it, but not elevation, of course. And not great timing, too. So it turns out to be a single. Only off strike. Brings in Jagan back on. Will he finish with a 6? Well, he definitely takes the bat, but good fielding. Well, that is basics. That is best from Pavani. Body behind the ball. Well, I'm surely proud of that fielding attempt. Never seen someone putting body behind the ball at that fine leg region. Well, we've had instances where the ball was running past and the people stationed at fine leg were having a quick look at it, like it was a movie or a train passing by. That's how we've seen fielding at that region. But Pavani is setting the benchmark. Second over from Amir. This should be running away. We've had a deep fine leg, of course. More squarer. Oh, that's well bowled. That was slower in the air, of course. But the line was not the impact. It was the length that was the impact. It was slower. And the length was enticing the batsman to go at it. And he obliged with nothing. Coming through for him. Down the leg side. It should be given a wide. And yes, it is given by the umpire too. It's another extra. He's giving away too many runs in the extras. He's actually bowled brilliantly, this man. Not giving away too many from the bat. It's given a no ball by the umpire due to overstepping. And that's the chance to free his arms. Unni has the chance to take it down the ground for a free hit. Well, can he strike it big? Will that be the break of shackles? They've kept them very, very quiet. They're in the 8th over and not too many yet on the bat. That's a good shot. Brilliant shot down the ground, and it's taken 2 in the deep. But it's not out, of course. But a beautiful catch in the deep from the man at long off. Well, he was flying across to get that. That's brilliant fielding. Anyone there has been taking excellent catches. Oh, this time there's no catching it. That goes a long way. Up and away that goes for 6 runs from Jagan's bat. There's no stopping that. The only one who could stop that was a spectator back outside the ring. 1 second, please. Hold on. We've just got some technical glitch in the scoring. Apologies on that. Looks like the app has bailed out on us. Just give us 1 second. We'll try to fix this out for you. The app's not working. Request someone to get that fixed for us. It's time to catch a quick drinks break, if it's possible for the team. Just trying to fix some technical snags on our end. .68 for 2, with 2 more deliveries remaining of the 9th over. They're almost going at about 8 runs per over. And that's a decent one. But 8 runs per over will still get them about to 96 at the end of 12. Should be short of a decent target, but not sufficient enough. To get somewhere around 110, 120 would be more than a decent target. Anywhere around 100 should still be okay, but there's always that caution note that comes along with it. But anything between 110 and 120 has definitely put batting teams under pressure, especially while chasing. They can crumble under the pressure when it's 10 runs per over. That's a beautiful shot. And it goes all the way for 6 runs. And not great bowling this from Amir. Straying down the leg side on the pads. And he's been sent to the cleaners twice by Jagan. Well, this is when he has to change his line. Bowl towards the offside. Get the offside into play. Again, a beautiful shot, but straight to the man at square leg. After the end of the over, 75 for 2. Going 8 runs per over. And they will be looking forward to score another 30-40 in the next 3. I'm sure they will be aiming for at least 12 to 15 runs per over. Even if they get anything close to about 10 to 12, they should be able to get to 120 from here on. Oh, that's a no ball, but a good shot from Jagan. Well, even with his height, he still got a no ball. Nevertheless, he bounced onto that very quickly. Very good shot from Jagan. The first time around, I've seen Pavni let a ball alone on the fine leg region, and she laughs off. But she definitely had no chance. Even Superman couldn't get to that, I'm sure. It's 80 for 2. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Cracking hit that from Jagan. It was in his slot, and he pounced onto that so quickly. And that's the difference between you dancing around in the crease in the very beginning versus when you're set. You can still read the line and length while you're moving around, but initially when you're just new to the crease, it could be not that easy. Well, he's got his eye in, and now it's the time for him to make it count. That immediately changes the field for Pratik. Starts off with a loosener, gave away a no ball and a 4. That followed by a free hit, so he hit it for 4 runs as well. 9 runs already. It's down the leg side. The umpire says it's off the legs. There's no point arguing with the batsman. Down the leg side was a loosener. Lucky enough that it took the leg, that it has to be counted a good delivery. Otherwise, that could have been smacked. That was his favorite zone. Oh, that's another beautiful shot. No one in the deep. Should be 4 runs. Yes, it does go for 4 runs. What a shot. Offside, and he's got that into play. But that was not great bowling from Pratik. He was trying to bowl something on the offside, and he didn't have anyone down the ground, especially when it's a pinch hitter. It's much better to have someone at long off and bowl that line. Another biggie. This goes for a flat batted 6. My, the power on that one. It was a lower full toss. He had to get a lot of bat on it. And he does that to perfection. What great batting from this man. He's making it look ridiculously easy. Let me remind you, it isn't. Lot of power-packed hits from this man. And looks like highlights. Togo says another shot, And this time he's been dropped. Wow. What a reprieve. Well, he flat batted that to a great extent. But that catch dropped. And the second attempt too was dropped. Swing and a miss. A rare dot delivery of the over. That brings the end of the over. The scorecard reads 95 after the end of 10. And that was an expensive over. The previous one, the 20-run over that they were looking for, has come through their way. And with that, they will be looking forward for another 20-run over. Even if not a 20-run over, at least 20 runs of the next two. A bare minimum. Will get them around 115, 120. And that's a great score for the team to work towards. That score is something that they will be looking forward to defend easily. But on the other hand, don't count out the Rovers while the Crushers are crushing them under the weight of the bat from this man. The Rovers can row their way along quite nicely to get to victory, and they've done that in the past. They will be raring to do that again. Rahul with the ball. 2 overs, 10 runs. That's what he's given away, but he starts off with a 4. Well, what a turnaround. This man is making it look so easy, and it's given a no ball to make things more difficult. It is rubbing salt to injury that. It's a free hit. Looks like it's a violation in the field. Fielders outside the ring. They did not have 4 people inside. Rather, they had 3 people. And that cost them a no ball. Well, that cost them a 6. Jagan will be raring to go big. Rahul. To Jagan and up in the air. And the fielder there will be a mere spectator. He has made it look so easy. And the bat is flowing well for this man. Remarkable hit that. Up in the air it goes. And the fielder there was interested for a second. But then he realized he can do nothing about it. Again, shuffling across. Takes the inside edge. The fortune favors the brave. Pamni tries to go for it. She almost got there. A brilliant effort, but nevertheless, it is still 4 runs. Well, 110 marks for that effort from Pamni, for sure. She ran all the way. But the ball was winning the race always. Oh, that was an innovative shot from Jagan. He was trying to sit on one knee and send it packing like the Dilshan scoop. Misses out, but he's got to 50 of 18 deliveries. He's Jagan. An individual 50 for him. That's a good shot, but man at fine leg should be able to cut it off. Yes, he does. Good job in the deep. Just a single to get it off, but most importantly, it will be Jagan back on strike. With 2 more deliveries to go, can he get them to 120 in this over? I'm sure he'll be raring to go this delivery with Rahul. Yes, he does! That is a monster out of the park. It goes up, up and away for 6 runs. Well, 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 he is making it count. And he's making it count very, very easily for them. With 1 more delivery left of the over. Scorecard reads 118 for 2. Another expensive over. And the best bowler of this innings is being treated very differently by this man. Last one, and he misses out. He wants a single off that. Fancy footwork, doesn't get anything for him. Most importantly, he will retain strike the next over after the end of 11, 119 for 2. And a 24 run over this, the most expensive one of the innings yet. Well, he had given away just 10 runs of the first 2 overs that he bowled, Rahul. And the third one cost him 24. All credits to that individual brilliance from this man. He's tall and lanky like Pollard, but he still had to hit it like one. And he does like one too. He can hit it a long way. When he hits it, it stays hit. Even the miscues can go for 6 runs. It's how powerful he's shown the shots around his range. Has been really, really effective. And he favors that mid-wicket region and the square leg a lot more than the V. Shot one! This is out of the park! What a hit that! Boom, boom, Afridi style it goes for 6 runs. What a shot that! In Kannada they say, Kadak shot. It goes a long way that. Any spectator who has been watching him for a while, with the moment the ball hit the bat, they would have known Ian Yet Guru was flying out of the park. Another one running away towards fine leg. Oh, it nutmegs Pavani for a single. Coming back for second. They do. Chance of run out. And brilliant trolling. It's given one shot. One shot, considering that he did not make the crease there. But most importantly, he's back on strike. That makes much more difference than that 1-run shot. He's got 4 more deliveries to make it count. And he's batting on 64 in 22 deliveries. Oh my God! Shandar shot that from Jagan. Well, that is a biggie. Well, that goes like a rocket and he's lost the ball. Every single ball that comes his way has been vanished into thin air. My, this is individual brilliance. Remarkable power hitting that. He's clobbered that, but not for 4 runs. Of course, a single gets him off strike. No, he says no. Looked like he was waving goodbye. That's how it looked. Well, he's made the damage that he needed. 2 more to go. Uni on strike. That's a good shot. I'm sure they'll only want a single. Oh, it goes for 4 runs. Goes through the gap. Well, Unni being influenced by Jagan. He was kept off strike for a while, but he's showing his prowess now. That has rubbed off on him. Jagan's blitzkrieg of an innings has rubbed off some power into Uni as well. Last ball of the over coming up. Well, that's an edge running away. There's no stopping that. That sums up the whole innings for Rovers. It was slipping away from them every single delivery, and it has gone down to 141 of 12 overs with the loss of just 2 wickets, and the man who's made the damage is Jagan. He is unbeaten on 71 of 24 deliveries is Jagan with 7 sixes and 5 fours. And the last over cost them 22 runs. The last 4 overs, they've got at least a 15 run over every single over. The 9th over cost them 17. The 10th over cost them 20. The 11th over cost them 24. And the last over cost them 22. They changed the match from the 9th over. They were at 75 for 2 after 9 overs. At the end of 8, they were 58 for 2. From there, they've scored 83. 83 runs in the last 4 overs. That's how good they were, and all thanks to that man, Jagan. He faced 4 overs, scored 71. Target set for overs, 142 in 12 overs. That's close to about 12 runs per over. With the first 2 overs being the ladies. We'll see what they can get out. I'm sure that Pavni can hit it big. In fact, she did hit a boundary the last innings. Will she do that? Because they will need that from the beginning. And it will start with her with the bat in hand. She'd given away 1 run in the first 2 overs that she bowled. Now she has to score at least 10 runs to give them a solid start. I request the fielding team to set up their fields quickly, please. We're running short of time. We need to expedite the overall process. Get into the field quickly and come out of the field quickly. Well, the chase is on with Crushers setting a target of 142. Rovers to chase them down in about 12 overs. Will Rovers be crushed under the expectations? Or will they rove their way along to victory? That's something that we will have to find out. ಸರ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್. ಬೇಗ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸರ್. ನೂಲ್ ನಾಲ್ವಡ್ತು ನೋಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್? ನಡೀರಿ ಸರ್. 120ಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾವ್ರಂತೆ, ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳೇ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಆದರೆ ಆಡೋದು ಬಡೀರಿ ಸರ್. ನಡ್ರಿ ನಡ್ರಿ. ಕಮ್ ಆನ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. Got the umpires walking into the middle. Field to be set. The problem with the fielding team now is they've got two teams and he's still choosing which team to go inside with. I still can understand the problem. We've seen impact player usually, but this team has impact players problem. Doesn't know which player to send in to create that impact. They've already created one with the captain himself, so he's not zoned out. Batsmen, time to begin your big hitting. Please get in. Chasing a target of 142, a really tall target, is Rovers. On the other hand, Crushers have crushed the bowling attack of Rovers. And all thanks to that one man, the captain, Jagan, who played a blinder of an innings, scored 71 of 24 deliveries that he faced, and was unbeaten at the end. And that's how good he was. He was striking at will. Every single ball that touched his bat was flying away to the friends. Was never stopping any delivery that got off his bat. That's how good he was while he was striking it so well. On the other hand, the Rovers bowlers started off well, but all of a sudden they lost the track. When Rishabh came in, he started the innings with a bang. He was going so well, and that one good catch in the deep from Rahul changed the things around. And they applied brakes, but that brakes were not good enough for long, because after a couple of wickets from there on, it was Jagan's show all around. And the best bowler of the match, who bowled about 2 overs and got 10 runs, Rahul, was carted for 24 runs in the last over. And that being the expensive over, that speaks a lot, a volume about how good Jagan was with his bat. But with that being said, Rovers do have a really, really good batting strength. They've got some individual players who can take the game along in no time from the opposition. And they will have to find out if they're good enough for the day to chase those 142 in under 12 overs. And to start off that chase in a grand fashion will be Shreya to bowl to Pavni. And she's going to bowl that over the wicket. Don't count out that woman at the striker's end. She can tonk it. Well, it should start from there for them.
Batting team, 12th man.
First ball. Good shot from Pawnee. His running is quick as a hare. Oh, that's a single, probably running away for 2 runs. It is easy too. She's running good, wicketing the wickets. Shreya bowls the first over. Well, it's given a good delivery, so it is a dot ball of the over. Good bowling again. Good shot, and good field placement. They know that she's very strong on the leg side. She should be opening the batting for Rovers, I believe. In fact, she's already doing it. She's playing well. Oh, that's a swing and a miss. She's a really good all-rounder. Can get at least 1-4 for them. Nothing like it for them to start off the innings. 4 runs of the first 5 deliveries. Down the leg side, she doesn't leave that alone as well. Goes for a single. After the end of the first one, we've got 5 on the cards. That's a good start. Now we've got to add another new bowler coming in. It will be Vaishnavi to bowl the next over. Getting off the field is Shreya. And in comes Vaishnavi to bowl the second over. 5 runs on the board. First ball, and she's hit it away in the gap. And that goes for 4 runs. Misfielding gets them 4 runs. That. What a shot from Pawnee. She's very strong on the leg side, like I mentioned. And she's happy to get that 4 for her team. And they've started on a grand fashion. Will that be the break of shackles for the Rovers already? Down the ground, it goes up in the air. What a shot. So that's another extra run. Counting these runs are Rovers. Oh, that's a good shot up in the air, running away. Will that be another extra? 2 runs, is it? She's coming back for a second. Good running, very good running between the wickets. My, a proud lot. Their men's team on the outside. Guru. Sir, Olagala hobardu, sir. Sir, rules anta onde ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಓವರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಓವರ್ ಮಧ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ. ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರನೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂದಿದ್ದು, ಯಾರು ಬೇಡ ಅಂದಿದ್ದು ನೀವು. ನಾವು ಓವರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ದೇ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಬ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗು ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ನೀರಿಗೂ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ್ದು ಸರ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದು? All right, let's go. Oh, that's a good shot. Should be another extra. Yes, it does. 1 more added to the board. She's playing so well. Well, the star of the match for them, if she does turn out to be a winner. Even otherwise. 13 runs. The only woman who's got more than 12 runs and make that 14. Will she come back for another? No, she only gets a single off that. 1 more to go. She'll be the first woman to score 15 runs if she gets another single off that. And that will be the highest, of course. Yes, she does get 15 runs of the first 2 overs. What a start that for Rovers. Well, that's not a bat in her hand. It's the swords that she's wielding. the fight, the battle that she's put up for their team. And started off in style for them. 15 without loss. We've got two new batsmen in the middle. It is Harish and Srinivas. Harish and Srinivas, both right-handers, will be making their way into the middle. Pratik, the bowler for Crushers. Chasing a target of 142 is Rovers. With the first 2 overs from the women, cost them about 15 runs. Well, now it's the time of the gentlemen here to bear the brunt and take it to the finish line. Will they get crushed under the expectation of Crushers' bowling? Or will they get over the line in style, paddling their way? It's quite an interesting field, this. Well, the fine leg, we have a fielder, a man and the mid-wicket region, an important position. We've got a woman, and they're happy to let her be there. A very important position, that mid-wicket generally, especially first up in the power play overs. A left arm around the wicket. Gets off with a full toss, the first delivery. Srinivas on strike. A full toss and he's missed out. Tried to cover that for 4 runs through the cover region. That's given a wide. It's given a wide, so he has to re-bowl that, and that's the first runs on the board in this over. That's another wide, another extra. Oh, and that's an edge, and he's walking back. He's not happy about it, rightly so. That should have been driven down the ground rather than going across. And he has perished. He's walking back into the heart. The Rovers have lost their first wicket. The first opener back in the heart brings in the captain himself, Karthik. Well, they do have good batsmen, so don't count them out yet. And it will be the captain who will be leading the charge in the middle now. Definitely not an easy target to chase, but at the same time, not a target that's too far away from the crutches of Rovers. Well, will there be a clutch innings like Jagan did for Crushers? If there is a clutch innings like that, they will get through very quickly. Otherwise, it could spell doom. Pratik started off with a loosener. A full toss on the offside and missed away by Srinivas. But after that, 2 really good deliveries straight up. Missed away. The second delivery has produced an edge. It's given a wide, another extra. Oh, that's down the leg side. It's given a wide. Another extra. Dealing in extras this over. Already 4. And a run yet to be scored off the bat. He's bowled 2 legal deliveries and 1 has produced a wicket. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Moving away from the batsman. He was asking him to hit that. He obliges and misses out. And that takes an outside edge towards backward point and a single. The power play over needs to be counted. They will have to make it count. The next 2 deliveries. He's just given away 5 runs as Prateek this over. And he's picked up a wicket. They need some big hits during the power play to begin with. And that's the shot they were looking for, but not good enough to get to the boundary. Does not carry on to the shores. So therefore, it will only be a single and gets off strike as Harish hands it over to his captain. And this is a brilliant over from the context of the game. Oh, that was a chance and gone begging. A chance gone begging from the keeper. He did not even collect the ball, was off the arms. And after the end of the 3rd over, scorecard reached 21 for the loss of 1. Going at about 7 runs per over is Rovers. Of course, the first 2 produced about 15 runs with Pavani on strike. And the 3rd one cost them only 6 runs. That was an exceptional over during a power play over from Prateek, picking up that big wicket as well. Srinivas is back in the hut. And that's the expectation that they have. They're crushing them under the expectations. Is Crushes' bowling. At least thus far they've had the upper hand. And now we will have to find out what they can do over the next 9 overs. .121 required in 54. But that's an easy picking and goes for 4 runs. Deposited into the crowd at 6. In fact, apologies on that. It goes a long way. Definitely easy pickings for the batsman. Naveen starts off with the loosener and has been punished. The second power play over. Another loosener, another big hit, another boundary. Well, let's go for 4 runs. 2 balls, 10 runs. This is turning out to be an expensive over already for Crushes. Harish getting 2 easy deliveries to put away, and he obliges. He's gleefully accepted those deliveries, and I'm sure that this will be the change of fortunes, at least for Harish this over. Or will Naveen come back with a much better delivery? I request people to get off the boundary ring there, please. At least 3 feet away from the boundary ring. Especially Mr. Shivaka, can you please sit down? You counted as a fielder by the batsman. You can take off your top if you want as well. If that's what you're trying to sign up out here. You can do a Saurav Ganguly, but this is not Lord's, by the way. Oh, that goes down the leg side. Looks like there was an edge. Was there? There was some sound down the leg side that came through. The keeper wasn't convinced enough. So therefore, it's given a wide by the umpire too. Shot one and missed away. Tongs him on his head. Chance of a run out and a direct hit. Could have sealed it. What can this man not do? Well, he's tonking it with the bat and that left arm throw, not being a left-hander. A good throw that. Ambidextrous, this man. Well, that height that he carries a lot of effect while he bats. You got change in field. You got a deep mid-wicket, deep point or deep cover, in fact. Oh, down the leg side. That's another wide. A good stop from Jagan. A one-handed attempt down the leg side. 3 wides plus a 6 and a 4. Much better delivery. Three deliveries gone. 14 runs of the power play over. Oh, that was almost onto the stumps. Well, took a deflection off his shoes and was almost crashing onto the stumps. That's a good shot and should be 6 runs. There's no stopping that. After 3.5, scorecard reads 41, is it? No, looks like it's the completion of the over. It's 41 on the cards. Small corrections. The scorecard reads 40 for 1. After the end of 4. 4 overs gone. 10 runs per over they've scored at. Jagan's the man to bowl. Is he? Yes, he's picking up the ball. And is to bowl over the wicket. Is bowling left arm around. Oh, looks like he bats right-handed while he is a left-armer. No wonder he had a good throw with the left arm. I thought he was ambidextrous. I'm being corrected. Down the leg side, given a wide by the umpire, rightly so. It's another extra. That's a good delivery. It's just 1 run off that. Well, this man can bowl both leg cutters and off cutters. The previous one was a leg cutter and this one was an off cutter for the right armer. This one's a leg cutter. Well, it's off the power play over, so they have the opportunity to spread the field, and that's why he's brought himself on. He's asking the batsman to go against him. And will that be a good ploy, especially when it's moving around? That's a lower full toss, driven down the ground for a single. And all of these will not help them in any manner. They need to go at about 13 runs per over. That's where the required run rate is lingering around. Mankading is not a good one to start off with. Up in the air and dropped. It did not even get there in the first place. Lucky enough, Harish could have seen himself walking back had that been taken. Lucky enough. The fielder there couldn't get there due to his cramps. Again, driving it down towards long on. Only a single taken. Harish on strike. Will he take him on this time around? Last ball of the over, he does. But goes only on the offside for a single. And a good return from Naveen. Ensures that there's no run. And we've got a new bowler being introduced into the attack. Pratik goes away from the stumps. And it will be Jagan back onto it. He's guarding the game flow very, very closely. And that's what happens, especially when you're a captain at the keeper's end. You're very close to the batsman. You know the flow, the kind of batting surface it is, especially after you've scored a excellent 71 in 24 deliveries. You're very much in the know-how of how the pitch behaves. And that makes it more easier for him to choose his batsmen, rather the bowlers and the batsmen against that he bowls as well. So he knows the strengths of the batsman, of course. While he's faced a few deliveries, and when he's behind the stumps, he gets a hunch of how the batsman can behave against his bowlers. ಸರ್ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಮುಗಿಸಿ 5 ಓವರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ 45 for 1. New bowler Unni Krishnan. Good shot towards mid-wicket, up in the air. Was trying to go a little more harder at it. Was not able to get good connection on that, Karthik. Should have gone through with the follow-through that he had with the bat. He didn't. That's a good shot down the ground. That should be 4 runs. No, it isn't. Good stop in the deep. It looked like it had all the legs on it to go over the boundary ring, but it does not. Good work. Good work from the man in the deep. Unni Krishnan scored 15 runs or 15 deliveries. How will he fare with the ball? Again, this time around too, not great follow through, just dabbing it away. That flick gets him a single. And back on strike is Harish. He's bowled a decent over thus far. 3 deliveries gone. That's up in the air. Second time round for Harish. Lucky second time round too. Lucky 2 in 2 for Harish. 2 times he's put up in the air. Good shot. That is a much better shot. This time around, he had the full swing of the bat. And that has seen the difference in the way the ball traveled to the man at the deep cover. Not the deep cover region, but in terms of covering in the deep. Well, that's a beautiful shot. That's out of the blocks and over the fence in no time. Cracking shot that from this man. After the end of 6, 56 for 1. Going at about 9.5 almost, 9.5. They should be able to get more than that every single over to get to the target. They need to score about 12 runs per over from the start. But they're only trading at about 9.5. They need a lot. They need about 86 in the next 6 overs at about 15 runs per over. 14.3 to be precise. That's a good shot. Nonchalantly gets his hand out and stops that from going to the fence. It's a leg cutter and it's a dot ball. Well, you'll have to pick him from the arm. Can't wait for that to pitch and then find out what it is. This one's better. Even the batsman couldn't get under that. It's a bye, of course, going through the legs. Up in the air. And again, falling in no man's land. Looks like the stars are aligned well for these two batsmen. It's just that the stars are not well aligned to get them those big hits. Oh, that's a huge swing attempted. He brought up a mini tornado with that swing there. It's up in the air. And Vaishnavi at mid-wicket is mere spectator, watching the ball past her. It's like a movie going across. Oh, that's a swing and a miss again. This time it's a wide and it's given by the umpire too. So it's 2 runs on the board without a legal delivery from that. Needs to re-bowl that. 63 for 1 with 1 more to go. That's another good shot. But not great fielding. Pratik trying to be nonchalant as his captain. Does not get his hand to that and it goes for 4 runs. Well, the captain would not be a happy man. After the end of 7, 67 for 1. 67 for 1 after 7 overs. Sir, ಎರಡೆರಡು ಓವರ್ಗೂ ನೀವು ನೀರು ತರಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. One quick thing, you can't do that often. Shouldn't have come in the 5th over then, my sir. Can't keep impeding the game, especially when you're running short of time. We've been requesting you as politely as possible. If you breach the politeness, nothing will happen. We will still be polite. Can we get this moving quickly, please? Thank you. Oni back for his second over. Down the leg side, is it? Now says the umpire. Oh, that's a swing and a miss. Chance of a run out on a direct hit. And he's given. My. That is a silly run out for Rovers. He was so confident that he was inside, but looks like he wasn't. It's a run out. And Harish will be making his way back. He's not happy about that call. It looks like he hasn't made his ground. And that is something he shouldn't be happy about. Well, that's where the basics are missing. Ground the bat while you get into the crease. He didn't do that because he was very confident. But on the other hand, Jagan has got a wicket for his team. Not with the bat, not with the ball, but from the field. This man's putting up an all-round show for his team. New batsman walking into the middle. Pratik, the new batsman. The man who did a good job or a decent job with the ball is now with the bat in hand. Faf du Plessis style stance. Gets him one run. Good high back lift. He can hit it big if required. Good shot. Much better swing this time too, but should only get a single. Good cover in the deep from the man at deep mid-wicket. Covers it so quickly. Covers some good ground too. That's brilliant fielding in the deep. When Uni is striking with a ball. It's only a single this time around. Again, trying to sweep that away. He misses out. After the end of 870 for 2. 4 more overs to go. In fact, Crushers were at 58 after the end of 8 overs. The last 4 overs cost them a major deal in terms of getting to that 141, and that's what Rovers will be looking forward to emulate. If they can emulate what Crushers did to them, they can get over to victory as well. In fact, they're better placed, but it's just that the pressure to chase is now in, and that one big innings from Jagan is still missing for Rovers. Driven away. Caresses that to the man at deep covers. Naveen was an expensive bowler in the first over, given away 19 runs. Second 1-2, he is given away a 6. Well, that was up and away. Great shot. Was 6 runs from the captain leading the charge. Well, will that be the man doing what his counterpart did? Takes an edge, should only be a single. The fielder almost sat on the ball while collecting it. Nevertheless, it's only a single to get off strike and hands it over back to Pratik. Should be a wide, given a wide. Where there was no one near the gully region. Had he cut that away, could have gone for 4 runs. Again, another wide. 2 in 2. That's a good shot. Straight to mid-wicket. Chance of a run out of the non-strikers. And a direct hit. Could have sealed his fate. Nevertheless, a good throw from there. Missed. He smacks it, but should be taken. And has been dropped. Well, that was coming straight to him. And he misses out. Well. That's a big fish that they would have had in their net. It's given another wide, another extra. This is adding salt to injury. And that was a big, big wicket. Very important. And he's up in the air. Should be caught. And he's completed an easy catch, the man at deep cover. And that's the end of Pratik. That was a really good shot. In fact, he had timed it very well. It's just that he was not able to get good ground on that. After the end of the over, 83 for 3. 3 overs to go. 9 overs gone, 83 for 3. 3 overs, 59 required. As per the captain of Explorers, it's just 20 runs per over from here on to win this. ಗೌರವ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 20 ರನ್ per over ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಹೊಡಿಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Pratik comes back for his second over. Coming around the wicket. That's a good shot. Towards long on though. It'll only be a single. We have a new batsman. Prashant. Has a high back lift. That should only be a single for the first ball. Single to get off strike and hands it over to Karthik, who's batting on 24 and 22 deliveries. It's up in the air and taken by Naveen. A unique way to take the catch, but he's still taken it. Nevertheless, that is a wicket. Not much damage done by the captain of Rovers after being dropped. He's walking back. Pawan walking in to replace his captain. 85 for 4. 57 required in 15 deliveries. That's swept away for 4 runs. There's no stopping that. It's easy 4, but nevertheless, that shouldn't do a great damage. They need about at least 4 or 5 of them in this over. But they couldn't get so many. They've only got 1 thus far. 14 deliveries, 53 required. Down the leg side. Good speeds, but wrong line. Pratik. Swing and a miss. He didn't get the connection that he needed. No run that from the previous delivery. Full toss down the ground. 2 runs. After the end of 10, 92 for 4. 50 runs required in 12 deliveries. That's 25 runs per over. Jagan comes on to bowl his third with Prashant on strike. And he's cleaned them up, is it? No. Just fell on his legs. It looks like it was almost going on to the stumps. His legs saved it. So therefore, it's not a run, of course. Down the leg side, and that is beating both the batsman and the keeper. He's fooled the keeper by going away too much and trying to go for that shot was wide, plus another extra 2 runs. Well, punched it away for a single, coming back for a second chance of a run out. And a better throw was needed, much better throw was needed. It was too slow. It made the ground there, it's just that he wasn't able to get a flatter throw. A swing and a miss. Pawan trying to do his best as well, not being able to time that. Oh, well bowled, excellent length that for a spinner. He just needs to step out and then go for it. A swing and a miss again, this time an off cutter. They're not reading him well at all, is Pawan. He's bowling both the leg cutters and the off cutter. This was coming inside. You have to read him off the arm. This would be a leg cutter, but a full toss again. Missed away for only a single there. And he's coming back to run him out. And it's already given an over by the umpire. Therefore, there's no way of giving it out. All that jaunty roach style doesn't give them any extra run or a wicket. 97 for 4 after 11. Last over of the innings coming up. It's more or less over for Rovers. That's much better try from the batsman, but he misses out. It's a good delivery. Pratik bowling a slower delivery, of course. A cutter, in fact, a leg cutter. Straight to the man at mid-wicket. Chance of a run out. He does not collect cleanly. Chance of run out at the striker's end this time. And again missed. 2 in 2. Is it 3 in 3? Yes, it is 3 in 3. Well, this is turning out to be under 19 India versus Bangladesh. Well, what a turnaround that delivery. Utter chaos. Lucky enough, it was not the last delivery and 4 runs. Shot one, missed away. It was faster. He was expecting a slow one there. Prashant on strike. He tries to swivel that down the ground, misses. It's only a single after that inside edge. Very, very good bowling from Pratik. He's given away only 13 from the first 2, and after that he's just 19. Swing and a miss. Again, they're not reading the spinners well. In fact, he's bowling more of cutters here is Pratik. Walking down the ground, missing away. The line and length not too great from Pratik. It goes for a wide. Well, one delivery, 40 runs required. Up in the air, finally he connects. Only to be holed out in the deep is Pawan. And that is the end of the innings and the match. And the victors are Crushers, who've got onto a crushing victory against Rovers. And in style, they've got to the end. Captains of Jaguars and Dominators. Time for toss. Jaguars captain. And Dominators captain, please.
Captains of Jaguars and Dominators, please join us for the toss.